Johnson 5th, Busch 6th. And teammates have been racing each other pretty hard here.
But look at David Reagan in that 6 car. And Darrell, I know he was a part of y'all's gas and go questions in the pre-race. And I just don't see, I know there may be some sponsorship situation for 2012. I could not imagine with Jack Roush paying the price with this young man as long as he has. Now he's starting to see the fruits of the labor with this young man.
He's got too much invested. Can't turn back now.
And I totally feel like he's knocking on the door of that first career Sprint Cup Series win.
Tony Stewart tracking Denny Hamlin off turn number 4. And Stewart's been right there. He's in no rush to lead, it appears. Stewart has won more races in June, July, and August than in all the other months of the season combined.
Pretty interesting paint job.
Yeah.
That what is that, a big peach on the hood?
It's an orange.
Orange, big orange.
With a big bullet hole in it.
Well, he ought to be from Tennessee then. Big orange.
The Glades is the TV show he's promoting on the hood of his car.
Actually, Tony made a cameo appearance. Said it's the first acting he's ever done outside of commercials.
Matt?
Many of the crew members from that show are down here in his pit watching Stewart, hoping to see him go to victory lane. As you mentioned, Mike, 21 of 39 wins through those months where they're hot and slick, and that's what Stewart likes. Right now, his car on the free side. He told Darian Grubb, if you could just tighten me up enough, I can do the rest. Back on lap 5 at the beginning, he said, boys, we have a car that we can do something with today, and so far, he's showing it.
Next Wednesday in Rossburg, Ohio, Tony Stewart's Eldora Speedway will have their great charity race, Prelude to the Dream. They raise a lot of money for great causes, and a lot of your favorite Sprint Cup drivers participate.
Actually, it's just jaw-dropping to watch our guys race on dirt.
Denny Hamlin, the leader by 2 car lengths over Tony Stewart.
Can anything slow down Denny Hamlin? Find out only on NASCAR on Fox.
Side by side for the lead. Just past halfway in Kansas, Tony Stewart takes it to Denny Hamlin and puts the 14 out front for the first time this afternoon.
Tony sailed that thing off into 1. I mean, he was on the gas.
We've had 10 races at Kansas, and in 5 of those 10 years, the winner did not lead the race until after halfway.
Tony has won this race twice, 2 completely different scenarios, by having a great race car on one race and fuel mileage on the other.
Behind Stewart and Hamlin, just 1 second back. There is your Pizza Hut fan favorite today by your vote, Jeff Gordon. Here's Hendrick Chevrolet. Pretty much holding even with the 2 leaders, and they have a big gap on 4th place Jimmy Johnson.
I like Jeff Gordon. I really like where he is. I just keep those words keep ringing in my ears from practice. I like my car.
All right. There you see it's 3 seconds behind Gordon to Jimmy Johnson, Kyle, and Kurt Busch.
And we're about 15 laps away from green flag pit stops, and we've seen this entire race with Kyle Busch in the 18. At the end of a long run, he starts to fade. Looks like his brother, the 22 car, pole sitter Kurt Busch, is starting to come to life a little bit here.
Well, Larry, on this next round of pit stops, you're getting to that point where somebody's going to take 2 tires. And we're going to say, you can't do that. No way is that going to work. And they're going to make me and you say, well, maybe it will.
Right now, though, with 120-something to go, 4 tires, especially under green.
Well, most of our top 20 drivers, 14 of them, in fact, have been improving their cars and running faster laps as the afternoon has worn on. But Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Carl Edwards, along with Biffle, Logano, and Truex, ran their fastest lap of the day right at the beginning of the race, and their cars have not gotten quicker as the day has worn on. Krista.
Mike, remember how I said Kevin deals with tight for about the first 7 to 8 laps of a run, then it goes loose. So he told Gil Martin, his crew chief on the last stop, tighten me up, I'll figure out what to do at the beginning. But then on lap 134, he said, it's not coming around, it's staying tight, it's supposed to get loose. 2 laps later, he said, wait, Gil, here it comes.
Just keep him updated on what it's doing. That's about all you can do.
Don't you love it when a plan comes together?
That's when the crew chief always says, just be patient. It'll come to you.
Carl Edwards now back in 9th place, Matt.
What a difference from last fall, Mike. He qualified 31st, and as Bob Osborne told me, he turned in a blue-collar type performance and worked his way up to 6th. Different this weekend, the car fast out of the box. Right now, though, still the same concern. The car way too free on exit, no grip. That's his biggest hindrance.
Thanks, Matt. 10th is our Charlotte pole sitter, Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, he started back in the 25th position. I don't think they were that good at the drop of the green flag, but I think these 2 or 3 pit stops, Brad Keselowski and his crew, now they've cracked the top 10.
I believe this group here is what's helped the 22 car more than anything else. He now has a teammate and another team that can help him get some good information.
For 20 of the lead lap cars, green flag pit stops are coming. You're watching the STP 400.
NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing on Fox, presented by True Grit on DVD, is sponsored by Toyota. By AT&T, rethink possible. And by True Grit, own it June 7th on Blu-ray and DVD. Hope you're enjoying NASCAR on Fox. We are live in Kansas and a caution out as we have time for the AT&T race break. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with problems.
Yeah, looks like he has lost it, came spinning around, but I mean, fortunately for him, it looks like he's not damaged the 88, so hopefully he's not going to have a problem tearing the tire up. Looks like all 4 tires are up, so he should be able to come to pit road, get 4 brand new Goodyears, and go ahead. Let's take a look at what happened here.
He's been working his way up through the field.
Yeah, he's been getting the car better and better all day long. You see up here on the high side, the car just breaks loose away from him right there. Daryl's talked about those seams. He hits that seam the wrong way, that high up. All of a sudden the car steps out and around it goes. And he made a great save as far as keeping the car, basically on track and not getting into the safer barrier.
So we ride along with Dale Earnhardt Jr., who brings out the 4th caution. And after a good run, disappointing finish last week, lost about 4 or 5 spots here, and trying to end that winless streak of 105 races.
And Chris, what I can hear from the onboard right there is he got ready to get back in the gas. All of a sudden, the car started getting a little bit loose as he went to the gas. It just kept coming around on him. Again, he did a great job of saving it, but now here it comes back to the fact guys getting ready to make pit stops. We've seen a lot of guys have problems on pit road, and track position seems to be so important as we get ready to open the pits.
Yeah, we were coming up with Tony Stewart, your leader here, and he has 6 wins in the month of June. We were worried about green flag pit stops, but this may change things a little bit, obviously, with the 4th caution out.
Well, it may help him, but we're taking a look right here at Denny Hamlin. To me, he has the best opportunity of beating these guys off pit road. His crew has performed flawlessly. They won the pit crew competition at Charlotte recently. They've been solid on pit road, and remember, the 48 cars had trouble.
Let's check in the pits. Here's Krista.
Thanks, Chris. Mentioned that the car was finally starting to come to Kevin Harvick. He said, Gil, I need to go back on that just a bit. Need to be a touch more free, so they're going to make take a half round out of the left rear wedge. Kevin also asking for that all-important bottle of water. It is definitely getting hot out here. Matt?
Leader Tony Stewart says the car tiny bit free on entry, but the balance is consistent through the corner. 2 different gas men here. Gooch Patterson's going to go over the wall. That means no chassis adjustments, just air pressure. Steve.
Well, Matt, Denny Hamlin saying he needs to turn better in the center of 3 and 4. He's a little loose on late exit. Jeff Gordon, the 24, says, I need more grip, more confidence and stability in my race car. Krista.
Jeff Burton, Joey Logano also making changes for Jeff Burton. It was track bar. Joey Logano pretty happy with his car. No adjustments for Greg Biffle.
And Chris, as we watched the race off of pit road, look what I was talking about, the 11 car Denny Hamlin. Great stop by that crew right there. They get him out. He picks up one. The 22 responds. They don't have a fuel problem this time. He picked Kurt Busch back up. So, great fight. I mean, great battle off of pit road by a lot of these teams.
Greg Biffle, a two-time winner here, moving up as well. A look at the current standings. Get in on the action by texting the car number that you think will average the least amount of time on pit road. AT&T, the nation's fastest mobile broadband network, getting faster with 4G. We're getting faster here in Kansas with Denny Hamlin, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon among the leaders, and the caution brought out by Dale Earnhardt Jr.